something. Let's ignore it. Right. So then okay. So he gives you one unknown. One unknown means what we don't know and perhaps what we want to find out. So Danish is a weird name, right? Danish is unknown, right? Hey, but Eleanor is also unknown, and Frederick is also unknown in that sense. Okay. Okay. So if Danish is simply a number that you know, Eleanor and Frederick will be very easy. So let's do that first. Let's pretend that Danish is a random number. Please tell me.
13.
All right, 13. Then what is Eleanor?
15.
Try again. What?
17.
17, right? Makes sense, yeah? 4 years older. And then Frederick?
19.
Right. Twice as old as Eleanor. Oh, wait, what's going
Twice.
on? Wait, come on. Hey, what's going on here?
34.
Okay. You okay there? Reading okay?
Yep.
Right. Now, what that simple test reveals to us is that there is no three unknowns. What do I mean? Danish is P. You don't know what's P lah. We just imagine just now. Eleanor, I don't know. You can call it Q lah. Frederick, you don't know. You can call it R. But in actuality, when you imagine Danish as 13, everybody else is known, right? 17 and 34. This means there is no three unknowns, even though that looks like it. There's only one. Because the moment you know one, everybody else is known, if that makes sense to you. Okay, it looks like it's three unknown, but actually it's just one. Okay, so again, I'll call this three unknown, but just one. Now, what does that mean? No wonder they asked Eleanor in terms of P. Why? Because turns out Eleanor is connected to Danish. Eleanor is not simply Q, a different unknown. Eleanor is something that has to do with P. Okay, now, since you know that if this is 13, this is 17, meaning 13 plus 4. Correct or not?
Yep.
I'm using the trick again. I'm just randomly. What they want, it's very simple, you know. Eleanor is, now I'm reverting the 13 back to P. Eleanor is now not 17, of course, but simply
P plus 4.
P plus 4. Now, I have difficulty imagining that you cannot do this by yourself, though. Can you do this by yourself?
Yeah, I guess.
Right. Then try Frederick's age, please. Frederick's age is not R, a different unknown. It's something connected to P somehow. Could you do that? If you cannot, I will give you the hint.
What?
I understand what you're saying. Now, this times 2, when written like this, the times 2 affects everybody, or the times 2 affects one only.
Oh, one only. Okay, sure.
Which is only the 4 lah. Now, is that what you want? If that's not what you want, all right, good. Hey, you suddenly use what we're doing just now. Correct or not? Suddenly.
Yeah.
Good for you. Okay, you want both to be affected, and you're now writing it correctly. In your mind, you already know that you want to affect both. You're just learning how to write it correct. And you will be correct. Because why? If you put this as 13, you can find that it is 34, which is what you want, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So good for you. Now, that's part A lah. Any question?
Nope.
Part B. Hey, suddenly they give you Danish. Just like what we're doing, we were doing just now. You're just randomly imagining Danish as a number. And he gives you a number. Okay. So this cannot be that difficult, right? Please
Yeah. Matrix 8, so
Which is like how I am. Right? You're affecting both, of course. Go ahead. And then it's 20, right?
yep.
You can see this as 2 times 10, which is 20. You can see this as affecting both, which of course you are correct. I'm very happy that you are using it, right? Okay, show you some confidence. Shows you some.
Yep.
Any question?
No.
Now, question 4. Let me repeat this one more time. How do I teach you to deal with X in your mind? How do you think? If you're not comfortable with X, nobody's gonna scold you, This is like your first or second month dealing with X, right? I mean,
Yep.
people don't get comfortable that fast one. Okay, so I teach you a method that works very well in exam. My method always works in exam one. If not, it is not very useful, if that makes sense to you, right? Not very
Yep.
useful. So if you're not comfortable with X, you pretend there is a number first to help you think. Simple technique, right? So I'm gonna ask you, do you want to pretend there is a number or you want to jump at it immediately? That's up to you. What do you choose?
Pretend it's a number.
All right, and you choose a number. Just tell me so that I know.
10.
All right, let's pretend that this is 10, which is X, and therefore this is 2 times 10 plus 5. Okay, that's all. Now, will that help you think? Hopefully. Please give it a try. If you don't understand, again, please ask me. Okay? Jason, is $20 your final answer?
Yeah.
The money earned from these sales is $20, right?
Yeah.
Jason, I gotta make sure that you don't have a reading problem, okay? Gotta make sure that. Because the problem may be algebra or reading or both, right? Right now, there is no algebra. We just get rid of the algebra, make ourselves comfortable, right? So if there is a problem, maybe it's a reading problem. Okay, now look at this. In a school bookshop, a ring file sells for $5. Clip 1.5. The book sells 10 ring files. How can that be $20?
Yeah.
What does this 5 mean? What does this 10 mean? What does 5 mean? I cannot follow. But from the reading, it's very weird, 10 ring files, each is $5. That's only the ring files. Are you sure $20 is the answer? All right, try again. Read properly and then I guess calculate, right?
Ring file is $5.
One ring file is $5, right?
Yeah.
One paper clip is 150, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess not too cheap, not too expensive, right? Okay, you'll probably buy that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The bookshop sells 10 ring files.
$50?
You're saying, sorry, you're saying, all right, $50.
Yeah.
This 50 represents what? Sorry, tell me what is this $50 money? What is it?
Ring files.
I agree with you. Now, how about the paperclip? Does it matter or not in this question?
Yeah.
All right, then I'm just going to break down 50, okay? It's 5 times 10, okay?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying, right? Okay, that makes sense. All right. The paperclip matters, so please do something about that. Okay, what is this 25? Tell me.
Paper clips.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Okay,
wait,
Jason.
my bad. Yeah, my bad.
Okay.
1.5. Where did I put 'em? Okay, hold on.
Now it makes a lot of sense. Now it makes a
Yeah,
lot of sense,
I forgot to put the 1.5.
right? Okay. Okay, and you're writing down the numbers, which I think is a good idea, right? Okay, there is this number, right? Okay. Now, I'm not sure whether 35 is correct or not, but I am sure that this makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In fact, it's not 35, it's 37.5. I'm still very confused. How come you
Oh,
get 35? Have you been pressing your calculator? Just try, just try. It's not 35, it's 37.5.
I was using my calculator.
Try again, try again. It's 37.5. Now, what happened? Tell me. How come it is 35 just now?
I don't know, maybe mental calculations still not that good.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Um, Jason, you realize one thing. I never asked you to do mental calculation, but I do encourage it.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's like if you want to do mental calculation, actually it is a good thing, but in some sense, you want to know whether you're right or wrong by using calculator. Right? If you do that, after a while, your mental calculation will be good because you give yourself a feedback. You find out whether you're right or wrong. You don't just do mental calculation and hope it's correct.
Okay.
You do mental calculation and then you find out that you're wrong. And you don't give up. Next time you do again. It's just that you keep finding out whether you're right or wrong. And then one day you will be correct lah. One day you'll be correct.
Yeah.
Obviously, I want you to do mental calculation and get it correct. If not, then what for, right? Having said that, give yourself some time lah, is what I'm trying to say. But also give yourself the proper feedback. You cannot just mental calculate and hope that it's correct. That doesn't work. Clear, yeah? Yeah. Now, from now on, if you're taking longer time because you're mental calculating, I am totally fine.
Okay.
But please check lah. Please
Yep.
check. Let's do that, right? To encourage you, 37.5 was also my mental calculation. It is possible for you to do that if you keep practicing, definitely. Okay. Now, the value of this is to help you think. Well, what do I mean by that? You pretend, correct? You pretend that X is 10, correct? You're pretending. Now, you must return 10 to become X. Am I making any sense? You were pretending just now. Time to release your pretension. Understand? How do we do that? By relying on these two lines.
Okay.
Look, I am returning X, a 10 to X. See, I'm returning it. Simple, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's acknowledge the fact that 50 is not the right number. It's just to help us think just now. It's just to help, right? So 50 is not necessary. 37.5 is not necessary. But you tell me now, is this necessary and is this necessary or not for the question?
Yeah.
All right, then can you finish up this question? Form an algebraic expression that represents the money earned from these sales. Go ahead. Tell me if you're stuck.
Okay. Yeah. Decimal. I don't know how to like type it in the calculator. For the second one.
Wait, what were you typing in the calculator? Sorry.
I didn't really type anything. I was like trying to think of how I should type it in the calculator. To like, yeah, because you can't really put X in the calculator because then it'll be like 0 or the number you store it on.
I know. Because you're saying that you want to confirm something, right?
Yeah.
Usually when you confirm this, you will put a number into the X, correct or not?
Yeah.
Usually lah. Now, do you realize because the technique of pretending, we already pretend that X is a random number, 10 is a random number lah. So you already did that just now in that sense. You were already pretending that X is a number and therefore putting it in the calculator without the X lah. If that makes sense, you already did that. Right? So, and then because of that, you get $50 and 37.5 lah. You can use them however you want, but you did that already. Correct or not? Back to the question. The question wants you a Not just the money earned, but form an algebraic expression. Now, which one is the algebraic expression right now? Okay. Is your answer 5x? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right, then think carefully. Then think carefully again. All right. You're saying that $50 matter, correct? That's what you're saying. You're saying that 37.5 doesn't matter. That's what you're saying. If your answer is only 5x, okay? Okay, $50 is the sales, 37.5 is not the sale. Is that what you're trying to say?
Wait, what did you say again?
Jason, are you sleepy today?
No. I didn't quite understand it.
Right, then okay, that is okay. You're saying that $50 is the money earned from the sales. That's why 5x is the answer, correct? That's why. But 37.5 is not the sales. That's why this shouldn't be in. That's what you're saying. If you don't get it, I'll put it another way. Don't worry.
Okay, yeah, I don't really get it.
Okay. Now one more time. I'm gonna return back to $50 and 37.5. Okay. I'm gonna return back to the when numbers are still numbers. There's no algebra. Something very important. Now you're saying that this is $50. I agree. You're saying that this is 37.5. I totally agree. Now tell me, the sales, is it $50? Is it $37.5? Is it both? Is it none?
Both.
Which one? Both. Okay. So then the sales is $50 plus 37.5. And I will agree with you. We are either both right or both wrong. If you really want a number, that's $87.5, right? Now, you cannot give the examiner this number, right? Because you made up the number, right? Why do you made up the number? To help you think. There's nothing wrong with that. But return the number back to X, right? Now, suddenly, $50 is not $50. $50 is just 5X, correct? Because you return it back in X. How about 37.5? If you return it back to simply X, what would it be?
$3.75.
No. It's this number. It's this number. It's this thing. It's this thing. It's this thing. Correct or not? Don't you realize? Where did you get 37.5? By 1.5 bracket 2 times 10 plus 5. Correct or not?
Yeah.
And then you return the 10 back to X. So 37.5 is now simply this. Does this make any sense?
Not kind of. I mean,
let me put this very clear, okay? If X is 10, everything makes sense, correct?
Yeah.
Now, since it's just a technique, I pretend that X is 10, I cannot remain 10 forever. Can you accept that? It's just a pretend, right? I'm not allowed to actually assume that X is 10. I'm not allowed. Fair? So what do? I return the 10 back to X.
Yep.
Does 5X make sense?
Yep.
Now, how come this does not make sense? How come? Think about it for a while. How come the other guy doesn't make sense? I'm just returning the 10 back to X. Get it straight. I'm not saying that you understand why this weird thing is correct. I'm saying that when you change it to 10, you know that it's correct. Correct?
Yeah.
So when you change 10 back to X, it should still be correct, even though it feels weird. That's also logic, right? I'm not saying that you understand everything here. No, that's what I'm saying. I know it looks weird, but you already tested with 10. If with 10 is correct, I return it back to X. It should still be correct.
Okay.
Can you accept that? It's a compromise. It's still some sort of logic. I'm not trying to ask you to memorize anything here.
Yeah, I think I can accept that.
Then this plus should also make sense.
Yeah.
Because originally it was $50 plus 37.5. So now it's 5x plus this weird thing.
Mm.
As weird as this will be correct because you test it out with 10. You kind of think through it with 10. That's going to be fine.
Mm.
Can you accept that leap, so to speak? A little bit of jump.
Yeah.
Okay, then is that our final answer?
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
Can you do something else with it then? If possible, if possible, go ahead. They won't tell you though. That's the problem of this question. They won't tell you whether you should stop here or not.
At
Should
the
you or should you not?
5x to the 2x?
But you have 1.5 bracket just say before you do that. So you may want to do that. I think that's not a bad idea. Usually that's not a bad idea though, but please take care of the 1.5 first.
Here, 1.5.
Which is to say you hate decimals. Something like that?
Yes.
Decimals screw you up.
A lot times, yeah.
All right. Then technique, my friend. Jason, technique. Replace 1.5 with something not decimal for a while. Two. Okay, let's pretend that this is 2. If this is 2, what will you do if this is 2? What will you do?
Times it by with the 2x and 5.
The effect all thingy, right? Effect all, right? So hey, look, no decimal, you're not screwed.
Yeah.
Okay, your brain is working well. You must understand that, Jason. Your brain is hey, this 1.5 is screwing me up. So I have a technique, back off for a while. But then go back to reality, right? Go back to reality. Actually, it's just 1.5. So I should be doing the exact thing, even though it feels weird. Don't let it screw you up. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Then do that technique and then do what you must do. Now, as for the decimal part, the calculator should help you, ease your discomfort, right?
Yeah.
You forgot the X. Come on, Jason.
Oh,
Forgot the X. All right. So you kind of do the effect all thingy, and then I think you successfully do it. Congratulations with the 5x. Is this the final answer or is there more?
More.
Okay, go ahead.
Guess it.
Yeah. Okay, feels like a final thing to me. Do you have the answer key?
Don't think there's an answer key for the book.
Okay. Then for now, I will say something.
Oh no, there's.
Oh, there is. Okay, then go ahead and check.
Just yeah, it's correct.
Yep. Congratulations, Jason. For what? For for working out this weird question, how do you say? The question that makes you uncomfortable, correct or not?
Yeah.
What's the technique? Just pretend. Just pretend. What is weird, pretend that it's not weird, and then do the same after you return back to reality. Pretend that 1.5 is 2. Oh, I'm going to do this. And my brain is working. Okay, then return back to reality and do the same thing. And turns out, by that simple technique of pretending twice, right? You pretend that x is 10, and then you pretend that 1.5 is 2. You pretend twice. Hey, you're correct. You're correct?
Yeah.
Not so bad. This also means that your pure algebra is correct. There's another thing here. Hey, wait, the algebra is not the problem, right?
Yeah.
Hey, wait, you affect everything correctly. Hey, you're correct, but your algebra is something. Hey, good news, man. The problem wasn't algebra. It wasn't. At least for this question. The problem is that you're not comfortable with X. The problem is that your reading got messed up also. I was wondering, maybe the X messed it up. I was wondering whether that's true. I was also wondering whether decimal you'll recover from decimal. But frankly speaking, I don't mind if you feel decimal is weird. I really don't mind. As long as you know how to deal with it, pretending, you'll be fine. That's what I think. Might not be the answer you want, but hey, it's working at least.
Yep.
Is there any other question that you want to ask?
No, I think it's just that.
Now, believe it or not, Jason, I'll tell you one thing. Your senior in secondary 4 taking E-math. They call it E-math in secondary 4 to contrast it from A-math. A-math is the fancy math, right? Science math. I'm talking about secondary 4 student who is actually taking A-math, and also taking E-math, because when you take A-math, you must take E-math. Okay?
All right.
You must take it. So like, if your brother takes A-math, he is still doing E-math also, and they are just totally different math. One is talking about this and one talk. So we have two math. Okay. Crazy people go and take two math. Okay. You ask me what, right? For my student, which is an A math student, so she must be good in math, right? Correct? Must be good in A math, right? You are doing this E math question, which is a longer word problem than this one. I mean, fair lah, yeah. Secondary 4, they give you longer word problem. Some of them requires this pretend technique also. Some of them get messed up when reading a question with X. They just simply get messed up. And then they do all sorts of weird things. They have to pretend and do it slowly so that they don't end up doing weird stuff. That's some of my student in Sec 4, which is supposed to be good at math.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the same with you, Your pure algebra is good one. You aren't confused. But when word problem comes in, you get screwed up.
Yeah.
Okay? But there is no shame in pretending. At least you don't have to feel ashamed with me. The secondary 4 student mine, I also never shame them. I just tell them, just pretend. It works out. It's a bit slow, but it's only one question. Don't worry. It's only one question in exam. It's a little of big marks, in Sec 4, you cannot ignore this. So you kind of have to do it well. But after that, you'll go back to your other math, which you're comfortable. No shame, man. Just take it slow a little bit in one question. Same thing with you, bro. You'll get a lot of pure algebra question. You'll probably do that faster. Then you see this guy word problem in the, okay, you only have one word problem in exam. Slow down, pretend, do it well, and then be happy. I hope that makes some sense.
Yeah.
I hope I'm saying to you that this works in exam. At least it works for you. So please, how do I say, consider doing it. Something like that.
Okay.
Are you sure there's no other homework?
No.
All right. So today we have officially learned the pretend technique. You can bet next time I'll ask you to pretend one. Okay, just pretend forward. Right? Just pretend forward. Just pretend. Right? You'll work out.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Now that I know you have this problem, if possible, we solve it. because pretending is not solving it. Pretending is a reasonable compromise, right? It works out, right? But if possible, we try to make you stronger if possible. So now I'm trying to find ways to do that. This is not compromising. This is like making you actually stronger. Okay, let's see whether that works. Now I have to find out first. Hey, you have problem with English or not? English reading comprehension. I really mean the English subject reading comprehension.
Visual text, yeah.
Are you saying that you do have problem reading long texts? Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, it's not that. Just answering the questions, I think,
Oh, but
and
the
like
reading.
finding the answer. Reading is fine. Yeah, reading is fine for sure.
Now, what do you mean by finding the answers? Right?
Because usually, you know, maybe hints of the answers are in the uh text, and sometimes I just get the wrong one. Like it's like it's the actual answer is really close to the answer which I picked, and it's like,
Yeah.
why did I not include that in, or why did I not choose that one?
You mean you're missing something close, something like that?
Yeah, I'm always like just like a tiny bit close, but obviously sometimes I just get it wrong because
Um,
I like hinted the whole thing wrongly.
Now, think about it again. Are you saying that it is because the question is tricky or hard, then you miss something? Or even though the question is easy, you might still miss it from time to time?
This The questions are all right. I can do it quite easily. It's just that I keep missing the answers that are correct.
Okay. I'm not sure what you mean, but that simply means I gotta see you do it. Now, why am I asking you this? Why am I asking you this? Because it's very simple. For word problem, there's only one or two word problem exam. You can be assured, okay? If you don't do it well, it doesn't mean failure one. It's very different from PSLE. Everything is word problem. Crazy, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Like from question 6 to question 18 is all word problem.
yeah,
Alamak, die already, that kind of thing. Like,
yeah.
why is PSLE harder than Sec 1? I have no idea, man. Singapore is like that. I really have no idea, man. I'm amazed at people who can do it, right? I'm amazed. Right? Just tell you that. In secondary one, again, I'll tell you, in your whatever, like SA1 or end of year, you will just have one or two word problem.
Mm,
So it won't be a source of failure already, right? It won't be.
mm,
So if you want to get strong in it, your motivation is probably not to not fail. I don't think it will be the cause of your fail. The motivation will be, I don't care about the marks too much. I just want to get better. That's a
mm,
proper motivation in that sense, right? But you gotta tell me first. Okay, I'm gonna come this one. I tell you already. This is only one or two question. It is worth some marks. 4 marks. Sometimes 3 or 4. So 3 plus 4 are 7 marks. So it's quite some marks, but it's not like it's gonna cause you to fail outright. So
yeah,
since I tell you that, I'm gonna ask you, Jason. Do you want to improve even though the mark is not as major as PSLE?
yeah. For
Then
sure.
why do you want to improve? Tell me why.
Uh, I don't know. It's like
Tell me
I just want to
something,
be.
even if you don't know. Yeah, you're saying?
I want to
Yes,
be
you're
like
saying?
better and stuff. If I can't do something, I want to learn how to do it.
That's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. You remember that because the process of improving this particular thing may be short, may be long.
Mm,
So I'm saying. But if you want to improve, I believe one day you will get it.
mm.
Just be a bit patient with yourself. Okay. And plus, we have time. This is March, man. This is not September.
Yeah.
If it's September, I won't be asking you this already. Die already. Right?
Yeah.
Just ignore this. Just do something else. But no, you start very early. You have time to do all sorts of things.
Yeah.
So you're saying that you don't want to be lazy or you don't want to take it for granted. I can definitely respect that. Okay. Just saying the process might be a bit long because the problem might be one thing, the problem might be 5 things. If there's
Mm.
5 problems, you gotta solve all 5, then you'll get the result. That's why you gotta be patient.
Mm.
Okay, Kenya, can you accept that that might be a possibility?
Yep.
All right, sure. So that's why first of all I ask you, hey, how about your English? Because I first want to know, is it a problem with reading? Okay. Then secondly, I'll discover with you maybe next time, right? Because today is not. Is it a problem of reading math questions? Some people are allergic to math questions. It's just like that one.
Sometimes. I mean,
Yeah, sometimes
yes.
English questions not very allergic. No problem,
Yeah,
man.
no
Give it
problem.
to me. Math question. I don't know, man. Just don't feel comfortable, lah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's definitely a problem, there are definitely ways to deal with it. Ways to be stronger, ways to grow. Definitely.
Mm.
Especially if you already acknowledge it. I mean, that's already a start. So good thing. Let me tell you another problem. Another problem is simply having X or P or Y, which is what we're doing just now. Simply having that is just terrible already. Just
Yeah.
feels terrible. And the way to deal with it is pretend. It's not a big deal. It's not really not a big deal, right? You pretend.
Yeah.
Another problem is you're just not good with money.
Mm.
Money or numbers. It's not math per se. The problem is I have to count things and you are just not good at it or not you're used to it at all. Yeah, that happens. That
Yep.
happens, right? Do you think that might be a problem here?
Honestly, I don't know. For me, it could go both ways. I mean, suddenly I could be like good. I can like answer money questions, and then sometimes like I just stop and like freeze. I don't know what to do.
Did that happen just now? Think about it.
I guess
How
because
did you overcome it? You seem that you did overcome it.
yeah.
So what exactly happened? There was a problem and then you overcome it. What happened just now? What do you think?
Uh, I think because I ask questions, maybe.
You mean? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I just like ask for like questions or just help. But obviously, you
Mm-hmm.
can't do that in a test. You kind of have to
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
know how to
Kind
help
of worries
yourself.
you lah.
Yeah.
Kind of worries you lah. Kind of
Yeah.
worries. That's fine. That's fine. Whatever technique I'm teaching you, it acknowledges the fact that exam, you're doing it like quote unquote alone. You're doing it by yourself.
Yeah.
So you gotta bring in techniques which you can perform by yourself. For example, you can bring in calculator. Okay, let's make use of calculator,
Yeah.
something like that. You can bring in pretend. That's easy to bring in, right?
Yep.
You can bring in certain speed in certain questions. I have
Yep.
to make you speedier in certain other questions. And I shouldn't demand you to be very fast in this question.
Yeah.
Things
Yeah.
that make sense. Oh, I'm creating time in other question, then I can spend more time here. I will feel more comfortable, that kind of thing. I can
Yeah.
give you strategies, right? Those kind of thing, so that you don't, so to speak, necessarily lose out to somebody who can do this comfortably. You don't have to lose
Mm.
out, right? You don't have to. You
Yeah.
just do things differently. That we can do it. Okay. Which
Yep.
means, Jason, you're gonna do things differently from me. I don't need this technique,
Ah.
but that's okay. What?
Yeah.
Who, who actually cares if you end up, doing it correctly? Like, who
Uh-huh.
cares? And within the time. Oh, you're gonna do things differently from your brother, Richard. Yeah, but who cares? As long as
Mm.
you do it correctly and as long as you do it within time. Okay. If you can accept that, then that is that's opening more options for you. Okay? You're acknowledging your strength and weakness, and you're doing it in a way that makes you feel makes you more successful, or whatever. You understand what I mean, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all. So for now, let's figure out what's the problem next time by doing more of this question. Okay.
Okay.
Next time, let's see what we can do.
Yep.
Other than that, anything else?
Nothing. Pretty much. Yeah.
Good job for today, and I will see you next week.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, Abigail, I can see you. Can you hear?
Yeah, I want to go through physics today.
All right. Okay, good that you know what you want. Please show me what you want to talk about.
It's
Um,
on I made a new Jamboard called Abigail Physics. It's there.
Abigail physics. Let me try that. Have you shared with me?
E- oh, wait.
Yeah, not yet. Okay. I like your preparation. Good stuff. Okay. Do you know what you want to ask? Losing no time at all.
I shared it.
All right. Hey, wait, sorry. Sorry. Okay, cool. Now, tell me your question.
So my answer was B, right? But the correct answer is C. But I don't know why.
All right. Okay. First thing first. This is the weight on Earth. Correct or not? Just checking.
So
Does that make
one
sense?
one
Mhm.
kg is 10 Newton. Like that.
Yeah, that's how they put it. 1 kg is 10 Newton, but they put it in a very formal way. They put it in I'll show you the formal way so that you know that they're talking about it. They put it as this. G equals to 10 meter per second, which sounds totally unrelated to that. Correct or not? Sounds
Yeah.
totally unrelated. I'm going to show you the relationship again.
Okay.
G of Earth is 10 meter per second square actually means this exactly. So how come? Because I'll tell you the alternative unit of meter per second square. That's the secret sauce. The secret sauce is that meter per second square is the same as Newton per kg. It's exactly the same.
Okay.
If you see 10 Newton per kg, well, isn't this simply mean 1 kg is 10 Newton? Isn't it? Correct or not?
Yeah.
So there's the secret sauce. They somehow don't tell you, they kind of fail to tell you that meter per second square is not very helpful. Meter per second square makes you think about acceleration, which is very confusing. Fair?
Okay.
But think about Newton per kg. Believe it or not, if you write Newton per kg, they may consider it correct. As long as they say non-SI. The problem is this is SI and this is non-SI. Hey,
Okay.
sometimes the non-SI one is the useful one. Now, let me tell you something. G of moon. You shouldn't expect G of moon to be 10 Newton per kg. Correct or not? You shouldn't.
Yeah.
What do you expect it to be? Something smaller, correct? Do you
Yes.
know what's the exact answer here? Do you know?
1.7.
Yeah, which is to say is 1/6 of 10. That's how they put it. 1/6 of the Earth one, which is around 1.6666, which is 1.7. So what does 1.6 mean? 1.6 Newton per kg. 1 kg is 1.7 Newton. Your answer is B. Do you understand? Hey, you see, answer is C. Sorry, answer is C. No. Do you understand?
Wait. Let me just try.
Kirby, I can see you, yeah? Please on the video.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you.
I said, okay.
All right, sure thing. Sure.
Hello?
Yes, Abigail, you're saying? Yep. Sorry, you're saying? I
Mm,
was waiting for your turn. Sorry. Do you understand what I was saying just now?
I didn't hear.
What? Okay, so I was saying that the G of moon is 1.7 Newton per kg lah. So that means 1 kg, 1.7 Newton. That's why the answer is C. If that makes sense?
Yeah.
All right. Then question 4. Do you have a question?
No.
You mean you know why question 4 is wrong?
Yeah.
All right. You're doing question 5, is it?
Yeah.
All right, you're right. You're right. Question 5 is correct. 200 Newton is 200 K. I'm so sorry. This is wrong again. This is moon.
Okay.
Remember, in the moon, the G is 1.7, not 10, right? Be careful. That's Newton. Be careful.
Yeah. I don't know how to do this.
One more time. You can go from kg to Newton, correct? How come you can go from kg to Newton? How come? Because you have a logic. 1 kg is 10 Newton. Kind of works in Earth, correct?
Yeah.
On the moon, you also have a similar thing. 1 kg in moon is how many Newton?
1.7.
Which is correct and always is correct. Moon doesn't change, Earth doesn't change. Certainly, you can go from Newton to kg. Certainly. Now, Abigail, this is where I have to ask you to use logic, okay? Your logic is a little bit, your math logic is a little bit haywire here. 1 kg, 1.7 Newton on the moon. Now, I'm happy that you're using 1.7. The problem is, where is your Newton? Is your Newton on the left-hand side or on the right-hand side? Which one? 200 Newton is where? Here or here?
Here.
All right, 200 Newton. Now you tell me, going from this to kg, are you sure it's time 1.7? This is math, this is not physics. Use your math.
No.
Let me put, okay, good. This is 340, by the way. Doesn't look correct, right? 340 kg is 200 Newton. Wait, that doesn't look correct at all. So give me a different number, please. And that would be correct. That answer would be correct. Now you know. Make sense?
Why?
Math, not physics. Really? Okay. Really? Now remember one thing, understand one thing, Abigail, you're asking a math question, not a physics question anymore. Because math exists in physics, right? Now from 1 kg to 1.7 Newton, this is times 1.7. That's how I do it in math, kind of, something like that.
Okay.
So going back, don't tell me that going backward is time 1.7. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Going backward should be division, correct?
Yeah.
I guess that's the math logic. If it accepts you, then you're accepting the math logic, right? Remember, you already know this. If you know question 5, you know question 6. Simple, correct?
Okay.
Right. Question 6 is the easy one. Right? Question 5 is the important. Ask more, please. Ask more. Oh, you have another one. Okay, Kirby, just to confirm, you're okay, yeah? I'm seeing something, but I'm not seeing your video, right?
Just trying to turn it on.
Okay. Okay, tell me, Abigail, what is your question? Oh, got it, Kirby. Okay, good. Tell me when you're done. Yeah? Okay, secret sauce, Abigail, what do I teach you? Don't think of it as meter per second square. Think of it as something like Newton per kg, or think of it as that. Also fine. Correct? That's the secret sauce. Okay, and then they tell you this also, the same thing, like this is Newton per kg, secret sauce. So that means 1 kg in is 1.7 Newton in the, correct? Secret sauce. Tell me, is that enough to solve your problem? Kirby, when you're ready, tell me. I can see the video.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Kirby, do you have the homework?
Uh, the meal thing, the like, planning
Meal
thing.
thing, the relaxation, yeah, those things.
Oh yeah. I like saw the the Insta reels with the like meal planning stuff. Can I just do that?
Oh, but can you somehow show? Is it possible to show me? And I
Yeah,
just want
yeah,
to.
I can send it
Okay.
to you.
Send. Okay. Send it to me. Right. However
like,
you plan, I want to know. Okay, it doesn't matter. As long as you plan, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Abigail, do you need help for the next page?
No.
All right. Give me more. Ask me more. Right.
Yeah, that's it actually.
All right, good. That's for physics lah. All right.
Yeah.
Nothing else for physics, just to confirm.
Nothing else.
Okay. What is the next thing you want to ask?
Wait, can I go toilet?
Yes, please. Okay. Kirby, I'm accessing the Instagram thingy, right? You gotta forgive me, it feels a bit new, yeah. So you're gonna tell me. I'm sharing my screen, okay? I'm sharing my screen just so that you can tell me what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. So am I looking at the right thing here?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying that you want butter chicken and then you want Korean barbecue and then you want something.
I don't know. I just random recipes. Yeah,
No,
like that.
recipes is fine, okay? Recipe is fine.
The
Good.
meal planning, like
Uh,
like
yeah,
that. Yeah.
it's not that you want to make everything, right? But
Yeah.
let me get it straight. Okay. When I say meal planning, I totally don't mind cooking. I totally don't mind. But are you saying that, for example, you want to cook every day? At least I need to know. I need to know.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll get my mom to help. Yeah.
Wait, your
Yeah.
mom's cooking for you, or you are cooking for
I,
yourself, or what?
I can cook with my mom, but she likes to help when pets cook.
And you won't fight if you cook together. You won't fight if you cook together.
Huh?
You
What?
won't fight if you cook together. You'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Oh, sure. Good to know. But you're saying that you haven't decided that this day will be this, that day will be that. You haven't decided on
I,
it.
I just like maybe I can choose one now.
Please, if you are going to cook, right? If that's the plan,
Yeah.
you gotta know what to prepare what. How can you decide on the day itself? Make sense or not?
No, like I mean, never mind.
So what are you saying? Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me.
Uh, I don't know. Like I don't know, something like that thing. Yeah. Looks.
Kirby, I'm serious, man. Do you have a decision-making problem? Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying here?
I
You have
do.
a decision-making problem. Now, let me tell you something. Just decide for a meal. If you
Yeah.
cannot decide your meal, if you have to wait for the day itself, don't do that. Just decide now, man.
Okay.
I'm serious, man. You go and
Yeah.
sorry, we're starting on Monday, right? We're starting on Monday. You are gonna decide lunch first, okay? Because lunch is the most important one, right? You're gonna tell me like right now, decide what is Monday lunch, Tuesday lunch, Wednesday lunch.
Uh.
You're gonna write it down on the Jamboard, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. But based on whatever is inspiring you, I'm totally fine. Will it work or not? We don't know, but at least put out a plan first, man. Okay? At least. Okay? Especially if you want somebody's help. Okay, please do. Okay.
Oh.
I like the meal though. I mean, just to be clear, I like what he's cooking lah. As I would imagine it to be nice lah. But please plan.
Yeah. What? So which side do I do it on? Do I do it on 17? Oh yeah.
That's up to you. Yeah, you can do on 17. That's fine.
Do I put Saturday and Sunday as well? Should
I think it is better if you like. I'm sorry. No. Come. You decide first because we can change it if you want. Make sense, right? There's no harm in putting it, right? Okay.
Let's put
Lunch
this-
first, and then, but if you have extra, you can put it to dinner immediately, and then breakfast should be different. But start with lunch if you're confused, right? Okay.
I'm back.
Yes, Abigail.
Yeah, I'm back. So I want to do AMATs now. I
Of
got
course.
like some AMATs work from my teacher and I'm not sure how to do it. It's on page 16.
Oh, a different Jamboard, right? Correct, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go there, right? I'm gonna go there. Abigail, A math part, right? Okay,
Yes.
going to 16. All right. Okay. You're talking about the simultaneous equation. Oh no, you're talking about, wait, which one are you talking about? The simultaneous equation thingy.
Yeah.
All right, cool. It is true. Wait, what? Oh, this question is too fancy already. This question is really fancy. Oh, too fancy. Right. Somehow it feels not right to ask you to do this, but okay, I'm gonna explain. Okay. Kirby, when you're done, tell me because currently I cannot even follow your typing. Remember, because I cannot see your typing until you're done. So you gotta tell. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm like trying to sign into my Gmail.
No problem.
Yeah.
So let me explain to you, Abigail, what I think is very weird from this question. Now, this one is a coordinate, right? It's a coordinate. So you may not think about this way, but a coordinate is always x comma y.
Okay.
So he is saying that in this situation, yeah, the x is 1 and the y is p. Okay, which is a very weird way of saying it. It's a very weird. Good. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. First, right? So if x is 1, then 12 minus 5p squared equals to 7. And then this is going to be 2p squared minus 5p equals to 7. Right?
Okay.
Okay. At this point, you probably can do something. Would you please try? If you're confused, please tell me. Too much. Yeah, I think it's too much to ask you to do this right now, right? Right?
Yeah,
It's a Quetzal Mac shooting. You're saying Abigail, all right.
I don't know.
You mean you're stuck here?
Should I put in the recipe or something like?
I'm not sure how to continue.
All right. I'll answer Kirby first. Kirby, if you know the recipe, just maybe indicate what you do not know the recipe, right? If you know everything's recipe, you don't have to put it here. A schedule doesn't need to contain the recipe, right? But if you do not know the recipe, that will be problematic. Okay?
I'm just gonna put the link. Like,
Okay. Sure thing if that's what you want. There's no problem with it. Okay. Now back to you, Abigail. Now, Abigail, this may not look like it, but this is quadratic. So my question to you is, do you have problems seeing this as quadratic?
Oh wait, no.
All right. If there's a quadratic, then you have a lot of techniques available to you. Okay. Try to do that and let's see what happens.
Okay.
Wezomac. Wow. Okay. Your choice of meal is definitely different from what I eat, so I'm very curious. I'm very curious.
It's just the thing on the
Not to
channel.
eat your meal. Okay? Not to eat your meal, but I'm just curious what it looks like here. Very curious. Right.
It's just the thing that it's on the that this guy posts. Like
I know, but you have decided that you want to eat that. You have. You understand or not?
I just chose whichever one was at the top.
However you decide,
Yeah.
You decided, correct or not?
Yeah.
You have decided. Then I'm curious what it looks like. I'm really curious. Right? Especially if you're cooking it. Very curious. Okay, Abigail, just to confirm that you are using the calculator, lah, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, calculator is totally fine. I teach you to use the calculator, but presentation requires you to do the, whatever lah, the either x1, comma 2 or this one, either one. Okay, but I can see that you already get the question, the answer, lah. So that's fine. Please do the other one. Yes.
I don't know how to.
Why does it bother you? Tell me. It looks simpler, I would argue lah. It looks simpler. You're not simplifying it though, right? So you should simplify it further.
Oh, okay.
I finished. That good.
Okay, that's Monday to Friday. Aren't you gonna decide anything for Saturday and Sunday? You don't have to, but aren't you?
I don't know. Once I think I'll probably eat with my parents or something, right? Like
Which is fine. Which is fine. So just follow what's cooking at home, lah, right? Totally fine.
yeah.
Now, let me confirm your decisions, or rather whether you have decided or not. So you're deciding to try to cook every day. That's one, correct?
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, when are you going to cook it? That's an important thing. When?
Probably maybe on Saturday. Yeah.
Huh?
Cook.
You mean you want to cook on Saturday everything here?
Yeah.
Let me confirm it.
I'll cook 5 meals on Saturday. Yeah.
Which is to say this Saturday, not the next Saturday. Correct?
Yeah.
Correct, right? If you want to eat it this Monday, so this Saturday, cook. Correct? The next Saturday, cook for next week. You don't have to, but if you can, if you want to, no problem.
Yeah.
Am I correct? Is this correct, Kirby?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let me confirm another thing. You're allowed to repeat per week. As long as you don't repeat in the week, that's fine. So that you don't get bored, you see. So are you saying that you want to repeat next week, or never mind, I'll think about it later?
Never mind, I'll think about it later.
All right. So I just write down haven't decided, and that's totally fine, right? Haven't decided.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's totally fine. Okay. So can you imagine yourself eating this from Monday to Friday, and you won't feel nausea? You won't hate it, is what I'm trying to say. Are you just checking, just making
Yeah.
sure? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your lunch, right? I like it. Okay, maybe your mom can eat also. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. Believe it or not, this is something important for this program. I'll explain later, but this is not something as a bonus. It's not. Okay? If you're deciding something and you're doing it, and then you like what your result is, that is something very important for this program. Clear, yeah? Now, how about your dinner and your breakfast? I need a decision also for next week. Right now, I need it. Okay. Okay, Abigail, and yeah, and oh, you forget the equal to Spiker. Forgot the equal. And then that's fine. I want to show you something, Abigail. This one may look like this. 5 equals to 5p squared lah. 1 equals to p squared. So it just so happens that this one can be done quite easily, right? And that's why that's just showing, but your calculator is also correct. Okay. Next question, Abigail. Kirby, you're saying?
Should I choose more Instagram meals things like
You're asking me because you have problem deciding, or you're asking me because you need some inspiration? Which one?
yeah, any inspiration. I don't know.
Go and find your inspiration, but you have 10 minutes to do so. Fair enough?
Okay.
I'm totally fine. I'm totally fine.
Can I go
Right?
ask my meeting?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Okay.
Next question. Okay. So just to confirm, oh, Abigail, that is not easy. That is not an easy guy.
Wait, what? Where are we?
The next question is it's not an easy one.
No, but what?
Let me yes, you're saying. Sorry, you're saying.
So what's the answer for question 1?
Find the value of P and other solutions for the simultaneous equation. Oh, wait a minute. So wait a minute. Oh my goodness. This thing is scary. This thing is scary, man. Oh, this thing is very scary. This one is not worth 5 marks. For your level, this one is worth 7 or 8. It's very scary. Okay, so let's go straight. The question says, find the value of P. And he indicates there's only one value, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, he wants X and Y, because in the end, that's just what they want. Okay, he wants X. For example, we don't have Y yet, right? Okay, so now, the one value of P that will work is only this and that. This is the only value that works for both. So first thing first, the P is now officially -1. Just to be
Okay.
clear, right? And now with that, we're going to abandon everything. And now we have this 12x squared minus 5y squared equals to 7. And then now we have 2x squared, correct? Because P is -1, minus 5y equals to 7. Now we go to normal mode. Now this is a more normal looking question, correct or not? If they ask you to solve this simultaneous equation, can you do it or not?
Wait, isn't wait. Isn't 2p squared like
Go ahead. Yes.
-2?
You're typing this on calculator, isn't it? Correct?
Yeah.
Send me a picture of your calculator that, the working and everything. You probably have a problem, and I'm a bit worried. Please show me the exact thing that you type using the WhatsApp or Jamboard, whichever.
Oh, never mind. It's okay.
Okay? I think you didn't bracket the -1 or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, back to this more normal looking question without the P. That's the benefit of finding the value of P, I guess.
Okay.
Right? So, okay. So what can we do? Is this manageable for you, or do you need some hit?
I don't know how to do like the first one.
What do you mean by the first one? Sorry, what do you mean by the first one?
I don't know how to do this equation.
Which one are you talking about? Which one? Okay. Abigail, you must understand one thing. This equation by itself is totally not solvable because there are two unknowns. Let me repeat this one more time. This is the basic principle. It doesn't mean that it's easy, but you got to know this. This is two unknowns, but it is only one equation. Just to be clear, the other guy is also two unknowns and only basically one equation by itself. It is not solvable at all. You cannot solve an equation which has two unknowns. Do you understand this or not?
Yeah.
Then, do you understand why this is simultaneous? Because simultaneous means let's combine our force. When we combine our force, it's still two unknown, x and y, but we now have a total of two equations. It is now solvable. This is a situation of two unknown and two equations. That's simultaneous situation. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The simple technique after that is to simply eliminate one or substitute one. You want to go from two unknown, two equation into one unknown, one equation. Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
Do you know how to do it? Gotta make them work together, right? But how? That's it.
Kind of forgot.
There's nothing to forget. Because this is not done before Sec 3. Now, you're gonna make a choice, Abigail. You're gonna make who disappear. There's an important choice. You're gonna make X disappear or you're gonna make Y disappear. That is your decision. Decide.
I'm going to make Y disappear.
All right. And if you want to make Y disappear, this is the way to do it. Remember, who decide you? You wouldn't know whether that's the best way. That comes by experience. So our goal right now is let's make Y disappear. I'm following your goal. Well, let's call this equation 2. Let's call this equation 1. Well, this is how I will do it. 2 equals to 2x squared minus 7 equals to 5y. You know what? I'm going to change this to do that. That's a y, correct? I'm going to call this now a 3. I change 2 to 3, and then I will sub 3 to 1. Tell me, do you understand?
What's this?
Which one?
This is 2x squared minus 7 over 5, right?
Yeah, correct. Do you know where that comes from?
Not really.
Look at this. This is your 2x squared. That's your 7, and that's your minus 7.
Yeah.
There's your minus 5y, and this is your 5y. And then, because I don't want to rewrite things, I just cancel the 5 and then over 5 here.
Why is it like not negative?
Your teacher may have told you that minus 5y moved to the right becomes plus 5y.
Yeah.
Or I would say that's a door. That's a more appropriate answer. The door is plus 5y, right? Am I making any sense, right?
Yeah.
Right? That will be the y. Why do I want to find y? Because I need to sub it into 1. Why do I want to sub it to 1? Because then y will disappear. Does this make any sense?
Yeah.
If you like this, you do it first, and then later we'll check for x disappear. We will find out which one is easier or harder. That's the most important thing here. Okay? Please do it first in the next page, I believe. I think that's. Kirby, are you back? Kirby.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me, Kirby, how's the discussion?
She said like I don't know. She said I should go to the supermarket or something. I don't know. I don't know. Confused.
Tell me in detail, please. What's the concern here?
Can I just find random Instagram meme? Like, yeah.
Let me put it this way, Kirby. Let me put it this way. Isn't it too difficult to cook 10 meals on one day for lunch and for dinner? So if it is too difficult, I mean, I can guarantee it's difficult even for a chef. Even for a chef, it is difficult to do. Even if you do it, it might not feel nice. It might not become nice, which totally defeats the purpose. When I asked you for a meal plan, I didn't ask you for a cooking plan. Cooking is allowed, even encouraged, but why do you want to cook 10 meals? If you do not want to do that, you don't have to do that. Don't misunderstand me. I'm asking for the meal plan, not a cooking plan. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, do you really have to cook your meal? No, right?
Yeah.
In fact, you don't have to cook 5 meals. You can cook 1 meal, you can cook 2 meals. As long as you don't repeat it, that's fine. That's fine. That's totally fine.
Okay.
Okay. So if you can buy, can you please decide what to buy? You can buy. There is nothing wrong with it. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, that's good. Okay. You know what you want. Okay. Chicken rice looks good to me. Like it really looks good. Right? Nice.
Oh yeah.
Okay, hold up. Let's wait for a while. So let's wait for a while. Abigail, wait for a while. Abigail. Sorry. Okay, dear. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, this question is terrible. There's an issue here. Square. The way you put it in is now wrong because of the square. Oh, this is so terrible. Wow. Oh dang, it's so terrible. Okay, I'm not gonna discuss this. This is like too many things to discuss. I'm just gonna say first that this is wrong without explaining to you why. Okay. And then secondly, I'm gonna give you some alternative. I'm gonna give you some alternative here that makes it look easier. Not gonna explain why it's wrong first, okay? Too much things. There. And then over 5 squared. Would that be okay? That's still okay, right?
Yeah.
So deal with this separately. Now the 5 is outside. Deal with this separately and then deal with the bracket separately. That should make life easier separately. Would that be okay?
So this one is times, right?
I mean, it's divide lah, yeah. 5 divided by 5 squared. Yeah, 5 times that, which is say 5 divided by 5 squared. Correct.
That.
And then the guy in the bracket is 2x squared minus 7 can be handled separately, squaring them.
Yeah.
All right,
Wait.
then do that.
So it's 5 squared divided by 5.
Sorry, how did that happen? This is 5 divided by 5 squared, which is correct. This is correct. How did that
Okay.
become 5 squared divided by 5? Sorry.
Nothing.
All right. Okay. Kirby, are you done with your meal plan?
I'm finding stuff.
Can I confirm one thing, Kirby?
Yeah.
Your lunch is usually at school. Am I correct? Your lunch is usually at school.
Yeah.
Your dinner is usually at home. That's just how people do things, correct?
Yeah, I normally don't eat lunch. I just eat recess, then I go home. Yeah.
What do you eat in recess? Sorry. Your recess is around 10 o'clock, right?
Like
So,
some stuff from the school canteen.
which is, let me ask, is not particularly nice or not particularly appealing. Am I correct?
I just get rice and chicken, like,
Almost every day. Am I correct?
yeah.
Oh. Let me confirm. Are you okay with that? Or actually, if possible, you want something better than rice and chicken every day? It's okay one, as long as I know your preference, as long as it's okay one.
I don't know. I don't mind. The one at school isn't bad.
So if I say to you, you cannot repeat your meal in 1 week,
Yeah.
it is something that you have never done before, isn't it? Usually you do repeat your choices in 2 weeks, correct?
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Okay, tell you what. You can repeat, but only once. So, if you want a chicken rice, you can have another chicken rice on the week. Okay, so 2 chicken rice, but nothing more than that. You can repeat your chicken pasta once, your steak pasta once. Make sense? Okay, that might make it easier, but if you want to challenge yourself, follow my original recommendation, no repeat. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, you have sushi below, you can do that. Yeah, just say, okay, just say. You have a lot of options, right? I hope that you will challenge yourself, but if you want to repeat once, that's fine.
I'm done. Is that good enough?
Just a minute. Okay, I'm gonna stop you there right now, Abigail, because this is not looking appealing at all. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. If you know how to continue, I don't mind that. But if you don't find this appealing, I'll show you the other approach first, and then you can do a comparison. Okay.
Okay, show me the other approach.
Kirby, I understand your lunch and dinner. Now show me your breakfast.
Oh,
Anything simple is fine. Anything fancy if you want to, but show me something. Okay, I'm
okay.
copy pasting to the next page. Abigail, tell me one more time. Is this a homework? What is this? Tell me.
Okay, so originally it was like some sort of quiz, but the teacher just told us to like, because we didn't have enough time to finish it during school, she just told us to like try do it at home. We should go through it like tomorrow.
Scary. There's a lot of traps. It's not that the techniques are out of ordinary, but there's a lot of traps that makes the question scary. Now, the first approach that you try is to make the y disappear. So the second approach is to make the x disappear, if that makes some sense.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to show you one way to do it. There are multiple ways to do it. That's why this question can be sometimes good, sometimes very scary. Right? So
Okay.
I will just door times 6 first. Okay. Making this 12x squared minus 30y equals to 42. You should know where I'm heading. Okay, call this 3. Right? I will now try 1 minus 3. Does that make sense? 1 minus 3, immediately, if I use this method, 12x squared minus 12x squared is definitely
Wait.
0. Correct? Am I making any sense right now? I'm going to do a 1 minus 3.
Oh, okay.
I door the not times 2, yeah. I door the times the 2, yeah. So why? Because I want 1 minus 3. That's my original goal. I already have that in mind. I don't randomly door times 6. So this is 0, which is great. The x disappear. Correct or not? That's what I'm aiming for. I have minus y squared plus 30y equals to 7 minus 42, which is equals to, I think, minus 35. Okay, can you continue from here?
Yeah.
All right. If you like this better, well, I'm in agreement with you. I also like this better. Nice. Okay, Kirby. Okay, I see some variations.
Yeah.
Is this what you usually eat?
I don't know. I just usually, I usually like don't skip. I don't eat breakfast. I think. I eat in
But
school. Yeah. I don't know.
you eat in school.
Something.
But you did tell me that breakfast is important to you, correct or not?
Yeah.
Which is you're doing something important right now. You're planning something important. And no
Yeah.
matter how simple this is, if this feels you, if this makes you happy after breakfast, then we're doing something correct. Let's put it. Be good. Okay. I gotta be clear with you first. Of course, you can receive help in cooking. Cooking is a therapy. It's a complicated thing, okay, of course. But for buying purpose, you buy yourself. If you want to eat chicken rice, you're going to buy chicken rice yourself. I mean, you can do it by Grab, correct? Okay. But you got to buy it. If you're talking about bao fan, then you got to buy bao fan yourself. So you have to know where to buy, just to be certain, just to be clear. You understand? Okay. You want to go down to the restaurant, make sure you know where to go and eat. You got to know all these things. That's part of it. Okay. Cooking, you can receive help. Buying, you buy yourself.
Okay.
Which means if you want bread, can you buy it yourself? I don't know when, but can you? Just checking.
Yeah.
All right. Then this avocado toast and this egg, are you going to cook it or are you going to buy it?
Go ahead.
Then
Yeah.
please indicate there's a cooking. Please indicate first. Then
Okay.
at least I know. The rest you will buy lah, right? That's the rule. Cooking is no problem. Okay, I think it doesn't take some time. It doesn't take a long time. Okay, so Abigail, you found the Y, so time for you to find the X lah. Correct or not?
Yeah.
I guess that's a good thing. Right. Use the
Do
easiest
I
way. Yes, you're saying?
do I use y equals 7?
No, you use both. For y equals to 7, you will have an X. For y equals to -1, you will have an X. That makes some sense.
Okay. So I solve
Choose the easiest way to find X. What is the easiest way? That depends on you. What is the easiest one? Okay, understand. I understand totally your plan, Kirby. Totally understand. Okay. It looks good. It looks good. Looks good. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Okay. Any other question regarding food?
No.
Now, if you're going to do some exercise here, sometimes I will ask you, and then
Yeah.
you get hungry, what kind of food will you eat at those times? Because that's not lunch, that's not dinner, that's not breakfast.
Bread. I'll just eat bread. Yeah.
Bread with, let me please confirm that. Please write down. Please write down. Are you going to eat this with that? Just to be clear.
Uh,
Okay. A few questions that might help us. Do you like onigiri?
yeah, I guess. The thing,
I
right?
mean,
The triangle one.
onigiri from, yeah, the triangle one. I'm talking about onigiri from 7-Eleven because the restaurants hardly sell us onigiri. I'm talking
Yeah.
about 7, right? Is that an option for you? Just checking.
Yeah. But it's always like gross.
What do you
It's
mean
always like
by? Sorry,
hard. Whenever
sorry,
I buy it, it's like hard.
sorry. Your mic was acting just now. Sorry, you're saying? Wait, what?
Whenever I buy it, it's always hard, like the rice.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. Right? Whenever I go out with my kid, okay, and we don't prepare much meal, I always go to 7-Eleven for lunch, for lunch, buy the
Yeah.
onigiri and heat it up in their microwave. The key is their microwave.
Okay.
I can tell you that the onigiri heated up in microwave, according to their recommendation, is very good. My son just finished it, and there's a lot of option in that particular. But lunch is where it's fresh. When it's dinner, it's no longer fresh.
Okay.
So I don't mean it should release your lunch. I mean that it can replace your snack. That's an option. Do you understand? Okay. It will be nice one. Unless you hate onigiri, that particular onigiri with a lot of option is quite good. Please write it down as your option.
How do I spell it?
Just onigiri. 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 Okay, from 7-Eleven. I think you're using the easiest way, Abigail, I believe. However, I am a little bit confused. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a little confused here. Is this like equals to 0? Is that what you're saying? Because you kind of make the equal disappear or something like that. I'm a bit confused.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. And then you press calculator, correct? Something like that.
Yes.
Okay, I believe your answer looks like this. So actually, it's x squared equals to 42 divided by 2 equals to 21. So your answer is more like x equals to plus minus root 21, if I'm not mistaken, correct? Okay, so because why? Because this is A math. A math hates decimal. I told you before. If they think it can be done in cert, they will actually demand it without even telling you. They really hate decimals if
Oh,
it is possible. So I'm just telling you that. In E-math, it's totally fine. Okay, so for your y equals to 7, you have two x's. For your y equals to -1, you have to do it again, but it shouldn't take too long.
okay.
Okay, right. Now, let me confirm a few things. Kirby, how about drink? What is your drink? You don't just have to drink water, but if you want to, that's also fine.
I usually just drink water. Like,
All right. Then your drink is water. I'm going to declare that. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and that's it. All right. You can change your meal plan, and your plan is up to you. What? As long as you go buy it and you go do it yourself, totally fine. Understand? Okay. When you cook, you can decide. Oh my goodness, just cooking 2 is enough. Okay, cook 2 enough. So then you buy the 3. Totally fine with me. Your plan, you change, you do. Can? Can? All right, Kabi.
okay.
Now, your relaxation and your sleeping time. What is
Yeah.
your decision? Okay, tell me about it.
I think I'll sleep around like 11. Yeah. Sleep at 11. Is that okay? That late.
Okay. 11 p.m., right? 11 p.m. until 10:30,
Until 9.
9 a.m. Am I
Yeah.
correct?
Oh,
I
is that,
totally, no, I totally
is that
don't mind
allowed?
you sleeping 10 hours. I totally don't mind. Let me confirm a few things. Let me confirm a few. Yes?
Huh?
You're saying? Sorry? You're saying?
Never mind.
All right. I'll tell you why. Because my brother needs to sleep for 9 to 10 hours.
Oh,
If not, he will be he's a hardworking guy. Okay. But you gotta give him his sleep and don't disturb him. If he doesn't get his sleep, he will be very irritated, which is not good. Okay, cannot concentrate and everything. And it's a bit dangerous because he's driving, right? So if you think that you need 10 hours of sleep, then my expectation is you sleep for 10 hours. I'm totally fine with that, man. Okay.
yeah.
What I don't want is this. Let me tell you what I don't want is that sometimes you anyhow cut your sleeping time for other things without planning it first. I don't.
Yeah.
If you think it's 10 hours you need, you plan, then you do it, and I'll help you sleep 10 hours. There are many ways to do it.
Oh,
By the way, you want 11 to 8, is it? You want 11 to 8.
Yeah.
So that's 9 hours, which is totally fine. I myself require 8, if possible, right? Less than that, actually, to be fair, my performance dropped one, right?
Oh,
And I feel less happy. If this makes you happy and if it makes your performance high, then please sleep. Obviously, sleep is important for performance. Just say. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what I don't want is this. Sleeping usually has relationship to number 2, including gaming sessions. Some people like to game with other people. And when they game with other people, timing is crucial. Maybe the other people game at certain time. That will affect sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my concern. Let me see your relaxation activity, especially the timing first, especially the timing. Okay, then you talk about number 3. Then let's see whether that gels with everything. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, please do so. And Abigail, that is the answer, So many answers, so many effort, so many process.
Oh, okay.
I find
So
this to be a terrible question. You're saying?
how
Sorry, go
do
ahead.
so how do I like just put out the answer?
Okay, first thing first, you will declare the P, right? That's the easy part. So P will be equals to -1. Done, right?
Yeah.
And then you will say, okay, wait, I'm just going to help you with that. Sir, P equals to -1. There's no need. This. I'm going to erase that. And then usually we just do a comma to make it easy. Y equals to 7. X equals to, this is fine. In AMAP, they kind of accept this. You don't have to separate them, right? y
Okay.
equals to -1, x equals to plus minus. Root 1 is 1. So again, they also don't like it if you don't realize it. They also don't like it. Root 1 is 1.
Okay.
Like that. This is fine enough. If your teacher is very is a stickler for details, you will find out soon enough. But most of the time, this is okay. Okay. Yeah, it's a terrible question, I think. Terrible question. I'm not sure what they want you to learn, but I don't know. When you're ready to move on, please tell.
Okay. Let's move on.
All right. I hope they will certainly give this kind of question in exam, but I strongly hope it's a simpler version of this. This is unnecessarily complicated. I'm talking about the previous question. Okay, it's just unnecessarily complicated. But every school has its own. Now, for question 2, please understand one thing. For most people, this is the harder one. And for most people, this is the easier one. Plus the fact that this is 1 mark and 4 marks, I can tell you, you should jump to part 2 first. I can tell you immediately. Let's not do part 1 first. Let's ignore the 1 mark. And you do that.
Okay.
Now, part 2, very particularly, will always use part 1. Let me just tell you straightforward. If you don't realize this, give it a try. You will be using part 1 and everything else in part 2. If you could start something. If not, of course, I will help.
Okay.
Reading, how interesting, Kirby.
Like on my phone, you know, I like comment.
That's fine. Oh, I know. Yeah. Okay. Of course. Of course. Okay. I understand.
Yeah.
Reading comics.
Yeah.
Okay. I need a time slot.
Oh.
I mean,
Okay.
especially for things like games, because reading comic, to be fair, you can do it anytime now. Okay. You know, that's fair.
Yeah.
Games, you can do it anytime, but some people are, really want to do it at night or really want to do it at this certain thing. If you really want to do it at a certain time, that must be in the plan. So it doesn't mess you up. Okay.
Okay.
Let me repeat to you. How many equation this is? 1 equation. How many unknown?
2 unknown.
Correct. And what did you learn from the previous question? You cannot solve it.
Yeah.
But nothing wrong with this. You're supposed to declare that I totally agree. Hey, and yet they ask you to find the R and the H, They ask you to find it. But remember, this one is unsolvable. What do you need? Another equation. Equation 1.
I don't know how to form another one.
Part 1, Abigail. Part 1. You don't find it. It's given.
This.
All right, you write down first and you can use it immediately because it's from part 1. Of course, we can use part 1 in part 2 because it's given, right? Now, think about it. Now you have 2 equations, 2 unknown. What are you supposed to do? Nine to 10:30. Oh, that's probably
I don't
fine.
know.
No, I'm fine. But what's the
What
question
time
mark?
slot?
You're saying? Sorry. Why are you doubtful? Tell me. Wait.
I don't know. Wait, what other time slots are there? Like, what's the? I didn't find the schedule. Like, days.
Problem lah you. Okay, so we call it the morning slot, which is 1.5 hour. Remember that first, right? Because that's the worst slot, right? We have the afternoon slot, which is the most important slot in a half hour. And then you have the evening tuition, but plus half an hour, correct? It's 2 hours, right? Now, the most important slot, when does it start? You gotta remember this one. So 1:30 until 4. For the morning one, remember you want it a bit later, 10 a.m. to 11:30. Okay? And then the tuition is usually 7:30 to 9, right? Usually. And then you want a half an hour in front, correct? In front or behind? Which one? You decide. You decide.
In front.
Okay, in
Wait,
front.
behind. Oh, yeah.
No, you decide. You decide. It affects everything. What you decide. I'm fine.
Isn't it seven to nine? The thing. It's 7 to 9, right?
Because the tuition is 7:30 to 9, correct or not?
Oh yeah. Then in front. Yeah.
This one you can decide. Okay, so 7 to 9, no? So it becomes 7 to 9. And so yes, of course, you can play game at 9 to 10:30 lah. But remember your slot first. Please remember your slot. Write down again. Okay, that's important. Ah, good going. Good. Abigail, you're going back and forth, okay? Abigail, what do you do with 2 equation and 2 unknown? What did I teach you? Make it into? What
Don't
happened in the
know.
previous question? Yes?
Make another equation.
No. Make it into 1 equation, 1 unknown. How? By making either one of them disappear. Either R disappear or H disappear. Learn fast. You're just moving things around. Look at this. You have this guy and then you have this guy again. Very confused.
Make R disappear.
Oh, please do if you can. Go ahead. Whack it. Okay. And then try the other one for experience purpose. Sorry, Abigail, yeah? What you're doing here is wrong. Oh, you're very scared. Oh, you're very scared. So this is door square, isn't it? You're gonna square both sides, isn't it? Door square, correct?
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you, is R plus 4 minus H squared, is it equal to R squared plus 16 minus H squared?
Oh no.
Yeah, so don't do that. That was scary. So unfortunately, you cannot do this one. You can. Oh, I wrongly scold you, yeah. You are aiming for something. Sorry, you're aiming for the right thing, but you're doing it wrongly. Let me change. You're just doing it wrongly. Do something else.
I don't know.
Sure, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm not reading anything Kirby. Okay, G may be doing the lunch. Okay. Rewrite the slot again. Sorry, rewrite the slot again. I want you to be familiar to the the timing, the AM PM thing. Rewrite it.
I have the thing. I have the paper right now.
You have the paper.
Yeah.
Sorry, which paper are you talking about? Sorry.
Like the one that I wrote the thing on. Like I sent it to you.
You send it to me. Sorry, do you know the timing or not?
Yeah.
Then could you please simply write down
Just
in the Jamboard? Just go quick, yeah, just go quick. Abigail, I wrote something lah. You're gonna make H disappear. You can do so by substituting. You make R disappear, sure, rearrange and substitute to the R also can. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, choose the easiest one lah so far. If you can see which is the easiest, you're at one. Yeah, I know you have the paper, but how come just now you don't remember, right? So let me test you, okay? So the most important slot, PM. So when is it?
Yeah, it was 7, it's
Your
1
mic is
to
acting up.
4. 1,
Yeah,
1:30 to 4.
good, good, good. Then your evening one?
7:30 to 9, but like 7 to 9.
7, you start lah, right? Because 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
7 to 9. Okay, and then the morning one, the worst one is
Uh, it's
10 to 11:30, correct?
yeah. It's, yeah.
All right. Okay, thank you. Now, for the games one, you really want the 9 to, okay, I'm just going to watch this one, right? Let me confirm one thing, Kirby. You don't mind not gaming at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. Just want to just want to make sure of that.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. Okay. The 4 to 6, up to you. I guess, yeah, I guess that's fine. That's up to you. Right. Now, the gym thing. I'm gonna ask you about the gym thingy. Certainly, gymming 2 hours is a bad idea. You will feel very sore,
So
right?
like any time during that, like
That's
that's
correct. But I
yeah.
need the duration. The duration matters. You tell me the duration, please.
Okay, I'll just
As it's half an hour, it's 45, it's what I don't know. Because I'm not a gym expert, but you know, as long as I know how long, that's fine.
think for probably 40 minutes.
40 minutes of gym. Wow.
That long.
Tell me,
I think
tell
I
me,
check the time.
tell me, do you have your own gym routine? I mean, I have no idea.
It, kind of. I don't know. I normally go with my friends.
Our gym here is a bit small, yeah. So maybe on Monday you'll check it out first, okay? And then you tell me what you think because I have
Maybe
no
like
idea. Right?
I walk home and like you go to the one in my civic like
Yeah, your mic is acting up. I'm sorry.
am I allowed to like walk home and use the one in my house? Like
As long as you come back on time, I have no problem.
okay.
Absolutely no problem at all. Absolutely no problem. Right? Ba-dum-bum-bum. I think that's fine. No, I think that's fine. For the first week, I think that's fine. Okay. We have 20 more minutes. Any questions so far?
No.
All right. Oh, ba-dum-bum-bum. Just a minute, huh? Oh, and we can, oh. Would that be okay? Abigail.
Um. Oh.
Any doubt? Tell me if you have any doubt. Kirby, before we close the planning, this is all the major stuff lah. You look at what you have put here. Let me confirm that you're reasonably comfortable with it, roughly. You think that this is kind of better than school, normal school days?
I guess, yeah.
If you want to give your school days, I don't know, a rating of 5 out of 10, maybe something like that, 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
This schedule is how many out of 10? Just roughly guessing first. You haven't tried, but just roughly.
Maybe like
Your mic is acting up.
maybe like 8 or 7.
You think it's that good? 7 or 8, really?
Yeah.
Right. You wouldn't know until you try. Okay, I'm not asking that, but you're saying that this looks much better than your school. That's what you're saying, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, good to know lah. All we have to do is give it a try. Yeah, weeks, man. Remember, this is your plan, not mine. I did kind of help you set the productive slot, but even then, I tell you the reason. The reason is, of course, O, right? How do I say this? Feel free to change things because it's your plan, but the slot probably cannot change too much. Okay? Okay, because the slot is kind of tied to the O level, so I don't think it's wise to change that, right? Having said that, we can always discuss because you should consider this your plan. It is not my plan. I'm just advising stuff, right? Okay.
Yeah.
What else? What else is there? Okay, the rest we'll meet on Monday lah, and then we talk. Now, we have 15 minutes left. Why don't we do some questions lah? Just do normal tuition.
Okay.
That be okay. All right. Okay. At this point, Abigail, you got the R, so what do you do?
Substitute it.
Yeah, find the easiest way and then move on. Oh, I haven't shown you part one. Sorry, I should be showing you that. So you do your. Go and find your H. So, Abigail, just to confirm, this one is great, and this one you must write rejected. You must actually write the word rejected. You're not supposed to erase it. If you don't
Okay.
reject it, you don't get the fine. Okay, good for you. So once you know that you need to reject it, you have to reject it. You don't have to give any reason at all. As long as you reject the right thing and as long as you write what you're rejecting. Clear, yeah? In the back
Okay.
of your mind, though, you need to know the reason. They don't. You need, because if not, how can you reject? Reject always needs a reason, even though they don't ask you to write it. What's your reason to reject the second set?
Height cannot be 0.
And R cannot be minus, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Okay, good. So enough lah. Definitely enough to reject. No need to write out the reason. You need to know. I will always ask you the reason what, because that's what you need to bring in exam. I can see your question, Kirby. You choose this one. I'll follow you for now. Now, Abigail, I promise you that the first one is harder. The second one is easier. Look at your second part. For 4 marks, frankly speaking, it's not that hard. You do have a lot of weird things, but all in all, definitely easier than the first question. Fair enough?
Yeah.
So remember that because I really mean it in exam, in quiz, in W, in homework, you should do the second part first, then you think about part one. Because I promise you the second part is easier and the first part is harder. I promise you that. Okay. Now, check it out. Please understand what I'm saying first. This needs to be understood because this will always happen. If you don't understand, tell me.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I try to use your drawing, which I really like. I really like that you draw. So I just use it. Okay. And then I also use your emath. Let me repeat this. AMath simply requires your emath without asking your permission, without even telling you that it's emath. They just anyhow use one. This one
Okay.
is always going to be emath. I guarantee you that. Gonna be emath. I am just using emath. If you don't understand, please tell me.
Sure. I
Yes,
do.
Kirby. I thought you write an answer. I was waiting for the answer. Right. Okay. Okay, how come? Right, CNA is gone. Okay, so this one is basic oxide. If you don't understand, please tell me.
I
This
don't know.
one is acidic oxide. If you don't know, okay, you don't know. But for now, the answer is C because it is basic and acid, which is of course a neutralization.
Oh.
Your issue
Oh.
is more like, oh, you don't know what is basic oxide and you don't want acid. And true enough, acid and base is still a weakness. We never actually managed to fix that until now. Of course, we should fix it in these 2 weeks. Definitely one of the main targets.
Yeah.
But for now, that is the explanation. No, it is quite simple. The issue is you don't know who is basic and who is acidic. That's all. For now, okay? Okay, moving
So
on.
if I use the toilet, I have a stomach ache.
I cannot hear you. I'm so sorry. I cannot hear
Yeah,
you.
can I use the toilet? I have a stomach ache.
Ah,
That'd be quick.
this happens all the time. Go, 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 go. All right. Oh,
And then
Abigail,
it's in bed. Okay.
yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. Go, go, go. Just do it. Just do it.
What?
Sorry, Abigail, I did a mistake. I closed your gem. Just a minute. I'm losing it. So I should go back to your gem. What? Do you understand what I'm writing first, Abigail?
I don't get it.
Right? So I promise you it's emath. Second promise. It will always be emath one. And it's always going to be hard. Harder than what one mark warranties. Lah. So you got to throw your perception about the worth of 1 mark here. In exam, if you don't like this, you don't do it first. That is truly my recommendation until O-level. O-level will still be the same. Okay, understand? I don't
Yeah.
think the 1 mark is worth it. And there is no shortcut. There is no shortcut. Lagi worse, it will change from question to question, from paper to paper. Lagi worse. So this is for learning purposes, for strengthening your emath. In fact, I will see it. Now, surface area, what is the surface area of a cylinder? Cylinder. Isn't this? Isn't it this one? This two. Which is this lah? There. That's the two circle. Correct or not? There you go.
Yes.
You understand that part, correct? Now,
Yeah.
and then some people call it the blanket. I will call this the blanket. The blanket is, of course, the thing that, surrounds it. That's the blanket. Look. All from email. If you don't understand, please tell me. It's your blanket.
Okay, I understand.
And then you're supposed to continue from here. Basic, right? Can you continue by yourself? Do you want to try first?
Sure.
Right. However, one thing for sure, this will lead you to the right answer. Right? If you have no space, please make for yourself a new one. Oh, sorry, I'm muted. Abigail, are you okay? Wait, what? Wait, Abigail, sorry, what's going on here? How did this get cancelled? Sorry, how did this get cancelled? What?
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can cancel certain things, but that's not how you cancel it. You can. That's not the way, though. Remember, your most important technique in algebra is called door. You're going to do something, consider your door, please. Okay, Abigail, because we don't have much time, I'm gonna undo your cancellation. The cancellation is not done properly. Not at all. I'm gonna show you why first. I'm gonna show you why. What you're saying is basically something like this. 16 equals to 2 times 5 plus 2 times 3. Correct? Just to confirm, 16 is 2 times 5 plus 2 times 3. Correct?
Yeah.
And then you're basically saying something like this. You can, does that look correct?
No.
If this doesn't look correct, then it wouldn't be correct in algebra setting because they are just the same thing. Numbers and algebra follow the same rule, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Now, what you want is something different. So this is wrong, right? This is wrong. Please remember the reason. The reason is so simple. Hey, if I use number, it doesn't work. It is that simple. There is no other reason. There is no other reason needed. What you want, however, can be achieved by door effect. Door. Door is just doing left, doing right. So in this case, dividing by what? Tell me.
Huh?
Do you know what door means, Abigail?
Yeah.
If you want 2 pi to be gone, isn't it done by division? Wait, does
Yeah.
this make sense? Okay, good. So divided by what?
2.
Not 2 pi. You want 2 and pi gone. You see an opportunity, you go and try. So you say divided by 2 pi. Go ahead and say it. Divided
What?
by
2
Go ahead
pi?
and say, yeah, declare your intention. I want to get rid of 2 pi. The way I do it must be door. Door divided by 2 pi. Now, do your door properly. It's do left, do right, Divide by 2 pi, divide by 2 pi. Do it. You're dividing by 2 pi. Let me remind you. And just like that, you get the answer. Okay.
No.
Now, you didn't get the answer. I'm sorry. You what?
The answer doesn't have 2 R's.
Oh my goodness, oh my god. Oh. Now, let's say that the answer key they give you is always correct, right? So the only problem is this guy, correct or not?
Yeah.
I've already seen your mistake. Now you shall use this to your advantage and trace back to the mistake. If you cannot see your mistake like this, I'm very concerned. I'm very concerned. If you cannot see it, you cannot see it. Really very concerned.
Oh. Okay.
All right. If you see it, then good. Okay, good. Nice. Okay, Kirby, you're back. Wonderful, Kirby. Wonderful. A bit more. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Abigail. Let me repeat one more time. This feels like it's not worth 1 mark. In fact, it's probably worth more than 2 marks. Cannot say 3 marks, yeah, but definitely worth 2 marks at least. Right? This will forever be the feeling. Whatever question, whatever exam, whatever all about. The first part feels easy only after some practices, and even then, it doesn't feel straightforward. It doesn't feel straight. The second part will always be more marked, but comparatively easier to do. Focus on the second part first, and then the first.
Okay.
Any last question?
No.
This is your homework. At least the homework is good. Now tell me, when's your exam coming?
Next week.
Do you need more before exam? You decide, by the way. Do you need more tuition?
I think I'll have tuition on Sunday.
Which is 6 p.m. Would that be okay?
Yeah, sure.
Right. I'm gonna write down. Wait, just 6 p.m. and that will be at Abigail. Okay, got it. Abigail, I'll see you on 6 next Sunday. Ciao.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, Kirby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me check, yeah. Let me check. Oh, you're right. Oh, yeah. I'm very happy. Oh, sometimes I'm very happy with you. Sometimes I'm super happy. Okay, Kirby, before we end today I'm happy you're not that late.
Yeah.
Okay? You kind of start like after 12 minutes. That's like how you start. Our first meeting here was like that. You became worse, and then you became better, and then you became normal again. Your normal is too late 12 minutes. However, in our 2 weeks, I don't want you to be late at all.
Yeah.
This will be challenging to you, especially for the first week. This will be. You are fighting against your habit. But that part, I will not let you do your own ways. You must work with me, even though it feels bad. If not, the benefits you get from these 2 weeks is gonna drop one instead of increasing. Okay. Let me give you a, because so I find it sometimes very difficult to explain what we're trying to do in these 2 weeks because it's not tuition yet. We are not trying to do normal tuition in these weeks. We are not at all. Why would I discuss with you your meal plan, encourage you to cook, talk about your exercise, whatever, if it is a normal tuition? Make sense or not?
Yeah.
Furthermore, Kirby, I'll tell you something. If I just act as a tuition teacher, I actually shouldn't care that you're late. Shouldn't care too much. Do you know why?
Why? Because you get why?
I'll work less. I still get paid the same. I mean,
Yeah.
correct or not? Your mom cannot just deduct when you are the one being late. You know, and I keep telling you, come early, but you're not coming. But in a sense, it's your fault, not my fault. Right? So why do I bother? You know, I still get paid the same one. And I know that you're learning less because you're going late and then you have to go to the toilet, right? Okay. I know that. Hey, but that works to my advantage. What? Do you know why?
Why?
Because you won't be able to learn as fast. As a result, you have to do more tuition. Hey, more money for me.
Yeah.
If I just think as a business owner, I'm a self-employed guy, tuition, I shouldn't care at all that you are late and you keep going to the toilet because it works out to my advantage, especially because it is not to your advantage. Does this make sense? You understand that, maybe, yeah? The more you don't do tuition, the more I can get out of your mom. The more. Okay? hey, if you go to a tuition class in mall, in a shopping mall, there's a lot of good ones, right? Do they really care if you come in late?
No,
Do they really care if you don't come sometimes?
no,
Why? Your mom still pays the same,
yeah,
right? So please understand, Kirby, when I talk about your life habit, I'm already not behaving like a tuition teacher.
yeah,
You can, however, reject it. You must understand that you can reject, you can fight it. So when I say things like, hey, work with me, work with me fighting against your improper habit, the habit that will make you bad, not me. Makes me good. Gotta realize that. If I fix your habit, you're gonna learn faster, so you don't need tuition anymore. Hey, that's bad for me. I need money, what? My second daughter is coming. More money, better what?
yeah,
Work with me because it's for your good, not for my good. That is the best way I can say it regarding your old habits. Because your old habit will fight back one. If you don't work with me, I cannot do much. Anyway, as a tuition teacher, I don't need to do much. I'm behaving more or differently than a normal tuition teacher. Take it however you want it. But I hope you understand what I'm saying.
yeah,
Let's work together against yourself, your old habit. Let's work together, at least for these 2 weeks only. Let's just focus on this 2 week. In fact, let's just focus on the first week. Okay?
yes,
This is part of my invitation to you. I'm trying to explain what's going to happen in these 2 weeks. It's not a normal tuition, nor is it a very stressful thing, nor is it a replacement for your school. I don't want to do all of that. I don't really care whether this is a school replacement or not. That's not what I'm caring about. That's not the most important thing in your life. I also do not see this as an extra tuition. I don't see that. That's not how I see it. How do I see it? This is an invitation for you to come out and get the rewards which is out there.
yeah.
Your name is Kirby, right? As in, your name is Kirby, and for some reason, you play Kirby's. Did you play the Kirby game? Did you play that? Do you like your Kirby game? Like, for some reason, your name is Kirby, right?
Yeah.
Do you like the Kirby game? Sorry, your mic is messing up.
I've never played it, but I played the Super Smash Bros. Game once.
Ah, right.
Yeah, besides Kirby inside.
Let me put it this way. You know, I'm a gamer also. You know,
Oh,
some of my students are also gamers.
yeah.
As a gamer doesn't mean that he plays day and night. No, they play games lah. You know, they play. I'm a gamer meaning I play games lah. I'm saying that I'm a volleyball player. I play volleyball. Doesn't mean that I play volleyball day and night, right? Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I'm addicted to gaming. I'm not saying that I'm not addicted to gaming. I'm saying that I play games. Last. Okay, I
Yeah.
really like RPG games. I really like. Okay. Do you know what's RPG? I'm so sorry. Do you know what's RPG?
Yeah.
Right.
Role playing, right? Role playing
Yeah.
game.
They call it adventure games lah. Because in an adventure, you always role play ma, in that sense. That's what it means. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't matter where you fight or not. I don't mind the fighting part, but that's not the part which is fun. The fun for me is the adventure part. Me lah. Right?
Yeah.
My brother is totally different. My brother likes to play first-person shooter lah, whatever, like the shooting type lah, whatever. Right?
Yeah.
So I like something different than my brother. And one of your senior lah. So last time Sec 4 O level, he's also a gamer. He also plays a lot of games since he's small. How do I know? Because back then I was a private tutor. I tutor his bigger brother. I saw him when he's still primary. When he's primary, when I come, he will just go into his room and play games. Play game, right? Every time I come, he will be playing some sort of game. And then I met him in his secondary four, his final year, just like you, okay, doing tuition. Hey, he's doing fine, like. As in study, not game. I mean, whatever. I don't even know what he's playing. Okay? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I mean, you play game, I mean, his game is different than mine. Doesn't matter. We won't be meeting anything. But he still play his game, and yet his study is also done well. And at the O level, it is proven he scored A1, A1, A2, A1. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I have nothing against gaming and gamer in general. I have nothing against it. Really, man. I was gaming myself when I go back home. When I come back home, I just play games. There is an additional bonus back then because I grew up in Indonesia. Do you know that I'm from Indonesia, by the way?
Yeah.
All right. So I didn't go to Singapore until my university days. So I went through my, so to speak, O-level, A-level in Indonesia, and I was playing game. When I go back home, I never sleep late because of that. I just play game and then sleep. And my score is number 3 at school. As in, it's good. It's good. It's good enough for NTU, right? It's good enough. Okay. My point is, again, simple. I did my work very well at school. I did what I'm supposed to do. Most of my homeworks I done before they asked me the homework. I understand what they're trying to teach me when they teach me or before they teach me. I do my work well, is what I'm trying to say. So I relax by gaming. I don't know how, that's just what I do. Okay. Because back then, it's very difficult to do exercises. It's very difficult. It's actually dangerous. When you try to run in the streets of Indonesia, it's not that people will get you, but the cars will get you. I don't know how to say that. There's no proper pedestrian running place. There's no such thing. It's noisy, it's dirty, it's dusty, it's dangerous. If you want to swim, you have to walk very far. You have to go very far to the swimming place. It's so difficult to exercise. So what else can I do? I play games. It improves my English. So I guess that's one good thing about it.
Yeah.
Okay. My point is very simple. I have nothing against gaming or gamer in general. In fact, I can probably talk to you about certain games, which is totally fine. Now, why am I telling you all this? Because in all games, there is no such thing as staying in your house and getting your rewards or completing your tasks or doing something productive. For some reason, in all games, you go out of your house or you go out of your town or you go out of, do you get what I'm saying? You go out from where you're staying.
Yeah.
Is that the type of game that you play? I have no idea. Is that the type of game that you play?
Maybe, yeah.
If you understand what I mean, you don't stay at your base.
Yeah.
You don't stay in your base, you don't stay in your house, you don't stay in your room, you don't stay. You go out and get your rewards. Sometimes you fight for it, sometimes you shoot for it, sometimes you solve puzzle for it, sometimes you go hunting for it.
Yeah.
And that is what I'm trying to invite you to do in these 2 weeks. Come out of your house and get your rewards because the rewards is outside. It is not, the rewards are not found inside.
Yeah.
If you already understand this, maybe you don't need this camera. But maybe when you come out and you get your rewards, it kind of motivates you to be more productive. I don't know. If you have some success outside, it motivates you to get more. That's how I would explain it. That's why sometimes I will ask you to do some paper. But sometimes I want you to cook or do shopping. Because in shopping and cooking, there's a reward called having a good meal.
Yeah.
That's it. In doing paper, you have to expect a certain reward also. What are you doing this for? That has to be clear, at least for you. That's why I ask you to plan, because planning has its own reward. We're going to talk a lot about rewards, the natural rewards of what we do during this camp. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense when you're trying. For example, I'm gonna ask you to swim sometime. By the way, Kirby, can you swim or not?
Yeah.
Do you mind bringing your swimming trunks and a blanket, on Monday? Swimming
I don't
trunks and
really,
you're saying,
um,
sorry?
I don't have any like swimming trunks, so
Can you swim?
yeah.
All right. I'm gonna ask you and your mom to buy one. Just follow me for
Like,
just follow me for because even if
yeah,
I'm asking you to swim, I'm asking you to swim for a certain type of reward. That's what I'm asking you to do.
um,
Everything about this camp, if I'm asking you to do something, either you see that the reward or I see the reward and I want you to get it. That's all I'm trying to do. Okay.
uh,
Hopefully, as you go through it, it makes more sense. Hopefully. Anyway, good job for this week. All right. I'll see you on Monday, 10 a.m.
okay,
Kirby, get your mic and I'll see you. Bye.
bye.